Hello, Advanced Studies English 10 students. Here is your weekly walkthrough for the week of September 14th through September 20th. So you can see this week starts the one-on-one meetings with me on Wednesdays. I've only got a few slots this week, but if they're popular and you like them, I can add more, and I can add them at different points throughout the week too. So here are your conference times up here at the top. So please let me know if you can just sign up for one of those, and I'll watch my calendar. And if you want to sign up for a meeting but you can't, then don't hesitate to reach out and we'll find another time to talk. Questions for the course. You've done a great job of posting to there most of the hours. There's an hour that hasn't posted there. Please post there rather than email me, because I check this more regularly than my email when I'm not at school. So keep continuing that practice. That's really good. And then everybody has answers to the question. And a couple hours have done a very good job of posting back and forth and answering each other's questions too, and helping each other out. And that's super helpful, because we're all in this together. So, and then also, if I know more than one of you are having the same problem, that lets me know that the setting's on my end and probably not on your end. So here's your calendar. Notice we have no meetings scheduled for the last half of the week. I am leaving school at 3:00 on Thursday when my day is done, and I will not be able to answer emails or reply until 7:00 on Monday morning. So if you need anything over the weekend, I will not be really available over those times. I'm out of the building on Friday. So please make sure you check over at least your items before Thursday, so that if you have questions, I can help you with that, and I can make sure things are good to go. So just double check all that so you're available, and I'm available when you have questions. Again, here's your schedule for your school days, and then here is our week 2 setup. I just want to point out first that I moved all the week 1 stuff down here. It's still available, but I just slid it down for you, so it's kind of out of our way. Our most recent things will be here at the top. And then the Getting Started folder with all that login information. If you, for whatever reason, couldn't get into one of the classes, that Getting Started folder's down here with all that information for you at the bottom. So this week, what we're going to be doing is using strategies to make sense of text, thinking about impact of perspective or point of view on a reader and writer, and accountable talk to communicate ideas. And so those are the 3 things that we're going to be focusing on, and those will be pretty consistent through this unit. Those are kind of like big picture goals, and there's lots of things we're going to be doing to get to that. But if you ever want to wonder, like, why are we doing this? Well, these are the things I want you to walk away from this unit being better at. We're meeting on Monday, but not Thursday and Friday. And on that first day, we're going to talk about the first page of the novel. So make sure you have your book. I guess it's a little late since it's the weekend if you don't. So what I've done for you, if you don't have your book, in this called Unit 1 folder is the Things Fall Apart folder. You should have access to this. If you don't, I can pull it out. And in here is the study guide, and I will add the text of the book here for you as well, so that you have the book. And so I'll add both things in that spot. The other thing about the study guide, I have given it to you. I am not going to pick it up. I know what happens when I give a book and a study guide. You don't read the book, and you copy each other's answers for the study guide, and you don't actually read it. The purpose of the study guide is not to get you in trouble for not reading. I know that we all have different schedules and different ways that we read, so I'm giving you the book in big chunks to read. What I want you to do is I want you to use that study guide as a way to help yourself determine whether or not you understand the book very well. So as you go through, maybe do every other question, or maybe read through the questions and think about themes that the author is trying to pick up on. The study guide will help you kind of determine what's important for me to understand about this book. So use that study guide as a way to help you figure out what you should be paying attention to and what things are important in the book itself. And then if you can use that study guide to really guide you through your reading, that's why it's called a study guide, to help you figure out how to pay attention to things, I think you'll make a lot more sense of the book. So I'm not going to pick that up. You use it as you will. I will tell you, in the past, I've done this way for 3 years. The students who have completed the study guide and gone through and just used it. I don't care if it's complete sentences. I don't really care the details of how you get it done. But those who have done the study guide and in the most complete way have really done well with the book, really understood the book, and really been able to complete our activities related to the book. So anyways, that is that is kind of what I want you to do with that. So the weekly walkthrough, that's what I'm talking through now. You've got a no red ink that's due at the end of the week, a Unit 1 introduction video that I gave to you so that you could kind of see our whole unit, what our summative looks like and where we're going with this. That's there. You're going to complete a Unit 1 preflection again. And I know many of you are like, why does she have us do all these preflections? Because we're writing all this and, why are we doing that? I have you kind of hold your thinking. Where are your thoughts at the beginning of the unit? So that when we go back and we write a reflection at the end of the unit, which is part of the summative assessment for this particular course, I have you write the preflection so that you can go back and look at it and remember what you were thinking. Because like riding a bike, once we learn something, it's hard to understand what we were like before we learned it. It just seems like we always knew it. And so this way you can really honestly compare the way where your mind was at the beginning of the unit with where your mind is at the end of the unit. And so that's very helpful to us. So that's what we're going to be doing and using those for. You're going to read chapters 1 through 6 and Things Fall Apart, complete the study guide for those same chapters, and read and annotate historical context articles and talk drums that talk. So if you can see up here on the calendar, you can see that historical context and the preflection are due on Wednesday. Drums that talk, no red ink, and Things Fall Apart chapters are due here on Sunday. So it should be a pretty straightforward week. It's pretty simple. One other thing I wanted to show you was I noticed when I went into this, it wasn't there, it was here, in the cultural perspectives, and I kind of glanced at the flip grid assignment. When it pops up blank in the middle here. If you get this right here, the flip grid, use that blue title. If you click on it, it's a link. It takes you to either the document or to the website, whatever it is, it opens it up for you. So if you get that problem, go ahead and just click on it, and then it should take you where you're at. I don't know why it does that and why it doesn't populate it here, but one of those quirky things about the way the Schoology works. So if you have any other questions, please, again, put them in the questions for the course. I will be working on grading throughout this week on the things that were due last week. So hopefully you'll have a pretty good idea of what you're doing, but keep up the hard work. I think we're at a better pace now. This pace is more consistent with where we'll be the rest of the year rather than the first week. So make sure that you use your planners and you get your assignments written down and you stay on top of things. But if you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thanks, guys. Have a good week.